is also good. Thank you. So what we are discussing today? So our workshop, right? So we are discussing about the workshop. So here I am going to create a controversy between data engineer and Azure DevOps or DevOps environment. Not controversies if I say is basically how I'll guide you, how both of them are connected with one another. How both of them are connected with one another. That is what we are going to understand from this environment actually. So that is what our main objective is to learn today's session. So today what we will understand how actually your production deployment happens by using Azure DevOps, and that is in a data engineering. You are working in a data engineering. If you are working in a data engineering here, as you are working in a data engineering here, how will set up your production setup? How your production setup is set it up, that is what we will understand. That is what we will understand here, right? Don't worry, Shiri, don't worry. I will answer your questions. Don't worry here. Before that, I just want to take one feedback here. How many of us are data engineers? Any data engineers or anyone coming from data analytics background? Anyone from other background? Like how many of you knows Mr. Dinesh Naik? I know you, Mr. Naik. What about others? Others means how many are coming from data engineering background? Just raise your hand or you can type in your chat box me. Data engineering only. Data engineering. How many of you are from data engineering? Okay, Pradeep noted SQL and SSIS. Okay, SQL Server Integration Service. Shiva, I know you, Shiva. Venkat Ramana Reddy, Mr. Venkat, I know you. Bhushan, yes, noted. Pradeep, no data engineering, no problem. No problem, Pradeep. What about others? So then that ways I will shape my workshop actually. That is what my intention is. So I just want to see the how much understanding you have. According to that, I will shape my workshop. According to that level of workshop, I will keep. Mr. Hazare, okay. So what about how many of you are from DevOps background? DevOps background. Power BI analytics. Okay, Mr. Vijay. Sunny, working in data engineering from last 5 months. Noted, Sunny. Okay. Visual, I am a student, I am learning data engineering. Noted. Okay, Mr. Om Bagmare, Power BI developer. Noted. Krishna Reddy, Mr. Krishna is from DevOps environment. What about others? Anyone from DevOps environment? Automation tester, Mr. Shiri. Noted, Mr. Shiri. Mahesh, I know you, Mahesh. DevOps. Deepak, can we get the recording of this workshop? Absolutely, we'll get Mr. Deepak Gandhi. Lucifer, DevOps. Amol, DevOps. Right? So, backend developer, noted. Language. I am a AWS DevOps student. Noted, Mr. Babab. Noted. Deepak, thanks. ETL automation. Okay, Mr. Gandhi. Noted, Mr. Gandhi. Noted. Okay, I recently learning data engineering. Okay, welcome on board, Mr. Roth. Welcome to the world of data engineering. Okay. Yes, noted each and everyone. Now I got idea actually. What idea you have? Swati, SQL SSIS. Okay, sir, your voice is breaking for me. What about others? What about others? Voice is okay. I think my voice is okay, right? Fit and fine. My voice is okay, right? Clear. Okay. Try to fix your web. Try to fix your internet, Swati. Try to fix your internet. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you to each and everyone. Let's start, I think. Okay, let's talk. So, what is my objective behind today? My objective behind today's workshop is I will make you understand what data engineering is, what DevOps is in very specific DevOps environment. I will go through Azure DevOps. I will show you what is Azure DevOps, what is data engineering, and whenever I need to set up the production ready environment for a data engineering, how I will implement the DevOps. One of the side I will show you, because as you can see, we have a constraint of what constraint, of course, time constraint I have, of course, that you can understand, right? Mr. Fayas, Oracle and MS SQL developer. Noted, 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 noted. Sridhar, D has a future. Sridhar, one question, Pawan, D has a future. Data engineering has a future. I'm scaring about AI. No, no, Mr. Shri. Data engineering have a future. Otherwise, I will not sit here. I will not sit here, right? Those who knows me, actually, I have 18, have almost, I'm 2008 passed out. So I have around 18 years of experience at the moment now. So I'm working on AI environment as well. Of course, I'm working, if I'm working since 18 years means I'm in a good job role. So of course I can say here DA have future, and it will evolve with the passage of time. I'm not saying it will not change. So whatever automation we are doing nowadays by using language, that automation will slowly change, Mr. Sridhar. That automation environment will slowly change. Okay. Okay, you are in Central Time. You are in USA then. Okay, Mr. Shiri. Noted, noted. Right. But please remember here, I want to say one thing here. Let's talk 1 minute on this. What I'm saying here, whenever we are learning some technology, right, what we are doing, we are putting AI in the middle. What will happen after AI? What will happen after AI? Please remember, AI is for automation. Means whatever you are doing here, that AI will automate. It will not replace. Don't misunderstand as a techie. It will automate that. Now see here. Um, Now see here. People want to create a AI model for self-driving car. Do you think they can replace 100% of? Not possible. They need a driver on the car. They need a driver on the car. I'm not saying yes, some task will be automated. Some task will be automated. Can you trust 100% of them? No, we won't. This is a machine. This is a creation, the creation from ours. If you're working under DevOps environment, it will automate some part, not 100%. Whatever programming logic you are writing, coding you are writing, scripting you are writing, that part it will automate. Please take a note. So I'm not saying it will replace each and everything. How it is possible? Not possible, right? You are creating a different structure. Different structure is possible to create, but who will be the winner? You. Because you have some idea. You have some idea. Other than hiring people from outside, they will hire you. You will have edge. You will have advantage. Please take a note of this. So basically, AI is not going to replace you. AI is going to automate the structure, automate the process. If AI is automating the structure, if you are within the team, you are going to play a role there. So don't worry, your job is secure. And this is this. I'm not saying for data engineering or DevOps, whichever tech you are learning. So of course you can get into. Yes. Okay. Now let's start here. Okay, so I am presenting you people on a behalf of Naresh IT. Our main office is in Amirpet here. So if somebody comes near Satyam Theatre here, Amirpet, we are since almost 25 years now. So since 25 years, so I am presenting you people on behalf of NIT Naresh IT. So welcome on board everyone. So let's start here. Please remember here, whenever we are building a data engineering structure, so my advice, whenever you are learning some concept here, learn on the basis of architect. Don't learn on the basis of process creation. What you are doing, you are going to the portal, you are doing next. You are creating something. That is okay. But first understand the architect of that end-to-end structure, end-to-end thing. That is what I am going to put a focus on. What I'm trying to say here, as a data engineer, here, my sole responsibility is to, I am a data engineer here. This is the smaller architect of data engineering. What I'm saying, my responsibility as a data engineer is to find out the data source. According to that, I have to provide the data ingestion, and that data ingestion has to be as per the source. We are taking data from the data source. I am doing a data ingestion. Then I am using storage layer to store the data. Here staging will also come into the picture, but I am putting a storage. Means we have a data source here. From the data source, with the help of tool, we are taking that data and that we are storing in one of the environment. There are many services. Basically, cloud will be a game changer. Cloud is a changer. Cloud is a place where we are going to store our data. But we need to understand type of data source, and type of data will be very crucial, because as you people, I think, I hope knows what is data. Data is nothing but structured, semi-structured or unstructured type of data. Means as soon as you are getting data from some location, and another understanding you should have is, let's take example of you are using Facebook. If you are using Facebook here, what kind of data Facebook is generating? If you are using IoT devices here, what IoT devices are generating? Logs and file, whatever you are doing on the web, you are clicking here and there, that is generating a log. As soon as that is generating a log here, how that log will be saved and how that ingestion source, you have to decide according to the log. Then next environment, I have to add this into the storage platform. Please remember, there are hundreds of storage, the storage space which cloud provider is providing. I'm not talking only about the Azure. We can rent storage space from any provider. Costing will be the big factor. Second thing is nothing but according to data type, we have to take the storage space. We have to take the storage space. Then next environment goes to processing. Next environment go to processing. I took the data with the help of ingestion tool. Then I stored the data here. As I stored the data here, next process is nothing but segregate, separation of data, cleaning of data. I need to clean the data here. Of course, you people can remember, you people can imagine, actually, not remember, imagine. I got the data from XYZ source. Of course, definitely the data will not be in a proper form. The data will not be in a proper form. If I give this data to the end user, who is our end user? Business analytics. Who is our end user? Data science. Who's your end user? AI models. Means somebody is building some product, or who is your end user? For R&D, research and development purpose, we are preparing the data. Whatever the data you took from the source, whatever the data you did the ingestion at, and whatever the data you stored at, if that data is not in a proper form, please remember, if that data is not in a proper form, they will reject this data, because they have to apply other transformation on this. That is not possible, actually, because they also need data engineers, they also need resources. Costing of there will increase, and lifetime of this R&D process will also increase. They don't want to invest on this. If they don't want to invest on this, so what is the solution? Solution is nothing but, whenever they are going to get a data from the team of data engineering, from the organization of data engineering, that data has to be from a proper process. That data has to be very systematically arranged. What I am saying, so next layer comes under processing. Under processing layer, we are going to clean the data. We are going to clean the data. Duplicate rows we have, duplicate column we have, duplicate value we have. Values are not properly arranged. There can be hundreds of error. There can be hundreds of thousands of error. Every day you will come up with a new. Is it possible to learn errors in one day? No, not possible. It will take years for you to understand, because every day you will get a new. Whenever you are getting a data here, so your job is to take the data from storage space. After taking the data from storage space, this is called data transformation. Basically, we have to transform our data in a proper form. So whatever possible, 100%, of course, we try to make it as good as we can as a data engineer. So as we are making this good here, then after making this good here, what we are doing? We will put this data for a final take. First, we will put this data for the final take. Means this is called data loading. In data engineering terminology, this is called data loading. We are going to load the data to the final way. To the end user, we are going to load the data. Here we will check here. Basically, we will check here each and everything is well structured. Whatever I was planning to do is perfectly wilted or not. or structure of your data are same. That will be decided according to the type of data. So each and everything we have to check. Then last use case is for a consumption basis. Please remember, if I'm talking about data engineering is all about big data, not about small data. Small data handling we will do from business dot small data handling we will do from data analytics. Data analytics is one stop solution to handle the small data. But if you need to handle the large data, to handle the large data here, we need a data engineering. Engineering your data, engineering your entire process here. So we have a consumption. Consumption is nothing but Power BI is not going to be a big factor here. Why? Because we are working on a large data. Whenever you are giving presentation to the end user, you are putting the data to the BI dashboards. You are creating basically BI dashboard, you are creating a visualization. But whenever we are adding in our Azure DevOps and whenever we are adding data into our business analytics, into our Synapse Analytics environment in data engineering, they will give you this. They will give you visualization. Here we will get by default visualization here. You no need to go to the BI visualization here. This is optional. Of course, if you are good here, you can spend some time here. So what is the conclusion here? So whatever, but before conclusion here, whatever you are doing, which stage, whether you are doing going from here to here, whether you are 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 going from here to here, security will be very, very important. Centralized governance will be very, very important. What is centralized governance? Identity and access management, providing role-based access control, provide for keeping the credential, saving your credential in a secure environment, and monitoring each and everything, whatever you are doing. As soon as there is a breach here, immediately you will stop the process, because whatever data you are handling, that is a $1 billion data. It's not about your salary, it's about data, because data will be very, very, way, way, way expensive. It's very, very expensive one. So what I'm trying to say here, if you are working under data engineering, you need to find out the data source, the source from where you are doing a data ingestion at, and you need to find type of data. That will be very, very important. According to that, you will decide the ingestion source. Databricks can be ingestion source. Azure Data Factory can be ingestion source. There are hundreds of ingestion source. There are a hundred of ingestion source. You can have one of the ingestion source. After having ingestion source, we will store data into anywhere. We have a data lake, we have a delta, of course, we have a data lake here, we have a data warehousing here, different environment. So according to that, we will decide the processing layer. We will start the processing layer. This you can handle through a UI, graphical user interface as well. You can handle through a coding logic as well. Then we will serve data to the analytics environment. Of course, from Synapse Analytics environment, finally we will put data for the end user. But please remember securely. Please remember securely, because security is a big factor here. Security is going to be a very, very crucial or a big factor. This is what I am saying. This is data engineering. This is data engineering. What about DevOps here, sir? Why you are adding DevOps here? Please remember here, DevOps is nothing but, can someone write the definition of DevOps? What do you meant by DevOps? Just a one liner, short and simple. What do you meant by DevOps? Data engineering is nothing but overall process of converting raw data into a useful form. That is what data engineering is. You got the raw data, you added that into the useful form. What do you mean by DevOps? One liner. Development and operation. Okay, Visual, noted, good one. Collab between dev and operation team. Srinivas is saying, I'm very happy. What about others? Right? Simple answer. I need just a simple answer. Right? Pradeep, good one. Very near Pradeep. Right? Yes, Mahesh. Please remember, yeah, Shri, very good. What I am saying basically, if I says here, DevOps will automate your software development life cycle. That's it. DevOps will automate your software development life cycle. But you can argue with me, sir, we are not automating software development life cycle, right? What we are automating? We are automating data life cycle. We are automating here data life cycle actually. So software you have to replace with the data. So means why we are using DevOps? So by using DevOps, we are going to automate our data life cycle. So means you are going to collect the data. After collecting the data here, of course, you are going to create, of course, raw data. What is data engineering? Data engineering is nothing but process of converting your raw data to a useful form. Means I need to send data to the end user. As I need to send data to the end user, I will collect the data. Of course, I showed you ingestion, transformation, processing, then serving to the end user, analytics environment, security, that will be the factor. This will be a data engineering. But whatever environment you are creating here in data engineering, that can be automated only and only with the help of DevOps. That can be automated only and only with the help of DevOps. How it will be? Right? This architect can be complex here. Please remember, this architect can be complex here because this architect is not only one architect. This architect is a combination of many architects. So you need to pay attention here. I was not able to sync in one image actually. I tried actually. I thought let's sync into one. So I will hand over this data. Of course, I will hand over this architect image to you people, but not possible actually because I noticed one thing. Let me talk about the DevOps environment. What I'm saying, please remember here. So what I'm saying here, please remember here, if I'm talking about DevOps, right? Dev and Ops, of course, development and operation. Not going to that ABCD environment here. I'm not going to that ABC environment here. So then what I'm saying here, please remember here, if I'm talking about DevOps, right, it will automate software development life cycle, but we are automating data life cycle. Means what I meant by data life cycle. My job, if I talk about data engineering, if I'm talking about data engineering, my job is to collect the raw data. I got the raw data. As I got the raw data here, in the middle, I need to do many things. What I need to do? Ingestion I need to do. Please remember, there is 100 of insider inside this. That is possible during course. But I will try to cut it short, whatever I can, so you people can understand. But there will be many insider here. What I'm saying here, but at the end of this session here, you will get a very good understanding how the thing is. What I'm saying here, I'll go to the raw data. From the raw data, I need to do a data ingestion. From the data ingestion, I need to do, of course, storage or staging also. Storage or staging also optional. This is actually depends upon your cycle, how you are creating the cycle. So what we have? We have a raw data. We have a ingestion here. We have a storage or staging here. After having storage or staging here, we'll go to the transformation actually. We will go to the transformation here. We'll go to the data transformation here. So data transformation here. After transformation here, we will go to the loading. We will go to the data loading. So some of you might be confused. What do you mean by loading? Something like this. You have exam tomorrow. You people have exam tomorrow. What you will do? Before 1 hour, you will close your eye, or before 2 hours, of course, before 2 hours, you will close your eye. You will summarize each and everything what you learned in 1 year. You will summarize, you will try to summarize. So similar way here, whatever we have done till here, finally we will put in end environment. We will do a final check here. We will check each and everything. If each and everything is perfect or not, then only we will give this to the end user. And we will ask him million or $1 billion game. Please remember, this game is $1 billion game. This is not 5-10 rupees game. You are changing one table here, you are getting 10-20 rupees. It's not that game. We are handling big data processing, we are handling big data warehousing, we are handling big data transformation here. So this game is $1 billion game. It's not 2 rupees, 5 rupees game. Of course, if you are going to play a part in an industry of $1 billion, of course you are going to get something, right? And that is going to be big. That is not going to be small. What I'm trying to say here, I am trying to say here, basically, data engineering is nothing but indirect process of this. But now, whenever you are working on this environment here, this structure here, so here we don't have any inbuilt platform here where we can put our data into the production environment. Data engineering resources, whether that is on a cloud, or whether that is on premises, does not provide us. This platform does not provide us any environment where whatever you are doing here that can record as a code. First advantage. First disadvantage, if I say, what I say is whatever environment we are creating here, it does not provide us where I can put my work as a source code, which I can put my work as a code. I want to put my work as a code. Means what you did? You did a data ingestion. It created some template. Or you did data ingestion by writing some coding logic. That is also okay. Writing some coding logic. You have done some coding logic here. That coding logic I need to save in a centralized environment, in one common space from where it has to be accessible. So do we have something like this here? Here we don't have. This is called source code management. So basically we don't have any place where we can do the source code management, right? So now here the techies who are DevOps techies, actually they will understand what he's talking about. So I'm talking about what we don't have something like Azure repos. We don't have something like GitHub. What I'm saying here, we don't have one centralized place where we can keep the source code which these templates will generate. So what we have to use? We have to use DevOps. Here what we have to use? We have to use the DevOps here. We have to use the DevOps. D has to be capital, this. Because in DevOps environment, DevOps will automate the software development life cycle. Plus DevOps is nothing but, if I'm saying DevOps is nothing but, it's a combination of multiple tools. So one of the tool will provide you a source code management. One of the tool will provide you a source code management here. So it will provide you source code management. So this is what we are going to use. Next thing here is nothing but, please remember here, whatever we are doing here, we are doing this on a test environment. Means wherever, whatever environment we will create on a data engineering environment, that will be a test environment. Test environment means we are building our own structure. We are building our own ENB environment. As we are building our own environment here, that environment, of course, is for you. Now, if you need to put that for a production environment, let's talk about today's. What I'm saying here, if you are putting that for a prod environment or production environment, to put this to the production environment, to add this to the production environment here, we have to automate the entire structure. Means basically I have to automate this entire process. What I have to do, I have to automate this entire process. To automate this entire process, actually, at least bare minimum, I need at least 25 to 30, 35 hours. That much we are not doing. I am showing you just a smaller portion. Actually, you will get a very, very good idea. So what I am saying here, to automate this entire structure, basically I need to automate this entire structure with the help of DevOps. If I need to automate this entire structure with the help of DevOps here, basically, so I need a lot of time, but how we are deploying resources into the production environment by using DevOps. So that is what we are going to understand. But please remember here, if I take you little bit depth, what I'm saying here, in IT tech, if you're working under IT tech actually, so you people have a doubt actually whether to learn this or whether to learn this or not. Please remember, coding is required. Coding is required in any environment. If I'm saying coding is not required, this is not required, that is different story. Please remember, coding is required. In 2026 here, coding, I doesn't means you need to write the code. You need to use the AI tool. Coding is required. Similar way here, DevOps is required for each and everything. Sir, I am working in data science here. Why I need Ask your trainer, they will guide you. I am working under data engineering actually. I am working in data engineering. So you are working in a data engineering here. So why DevOps is required? I gave you one of the example. DevOps is required. So means whenever you are working under any technology here, IT tech here, basically you need a tech stack. You need a knowledge of in and out. So don't try to follow somebody. Actually, this is not required. That is not required. It's required. Please remember, it's required. Okay. This insider I'm giving. First thing, what I said here, I have a data engineering here. Data engineering environment, we will automate with the help of DevOps. One of the tool we will use is a source code management tool. It will allow us to manage the source code. First thing. Then second thing here is nothing but we will use what we will use here. We will use the pipeline. Pipeline, everyday water will come. Similar way here, water everyday water will come without going to the source. What is pipeline? Pipeline will send your water every day without going to the source. Similar way here. Our source is the data. Our source is the data. Basically, source will be connected to the pipeline. Source will be connected to the pipeline here. Then this pipeline will send data to the end user. Data will send to the, not to the end user basically. Data will send to the loading department. Data will send to the loading department. So this is what we are going to understand on the basis of overview wise. Then I will do the practical now. Let's do the practical here, right? Pradeep, sorry, your teaching is awesome. Thank you, Pradeep. So this is what, right? Understood here. Please remember here, there are hundred of insider here. There are hundreds of insider here. Okay, what I'm saying, there are hundreds of insider, but I don't want to eat your brain. Actually, it's a Sunday, right? So I can understand what you people are feeling. Okay. So this is what we got. Now let's create environment here. So what we need? We need a two environment, right? We need a two environment. But before that, I want to talk about one thing here that is important actually. Please remember here, if I'm talking about data engineering here, in data engineering, my job is to convert raw data into a useful form, right? I took your Instagram data. What you did? You posted many things on Instagram. I took the data from Instagram. Example, I'm saying, usually I'm not allowed because that is a property of Meta. That is a property of Meta. I can't do that. What I'm saying here, what I will do? I will, my job is basically useful for more end user. Basically, what I'm trying to say here, in data engineering, I will convert the data from raw to a useful form. If I'm converting data from raw to a useful form, I have a raw data, I will convert this into the useful form. But here we will use so many method, as I said, so many things we will use. But please remember here, whenever whatever we are doing here, what we are going to follow. Please remember to store the data. To store the data, we are going to follow one architect that is also called Medallion architect. That is also called, right? That is also called Medallion architect here. So it's ARCHCHURE. Okay, architecture. Okay. So what I'm saying here, it's a Medallion architect. We are going to follow the Medallion architect. What is the meaning of this one? Basically, we are going to separate the data into different layer system. Raw data, I am going to store in a bronze, right? Raw data, I am going to store in a bronze, and similar way, cleans data, I am going to store in a bronze, and I'm going to use the silver. And finally, I'm going to use the end user layer that is nothing but a gold. Please remember in data engineering here, if I'm talking of data engineering, nothing but overall process of converting your raw to useful form, raw data to useful form. So wherever you are doing now here, raw data we will keep in a bronze layer, and of course cleans data we will keep in a silver layer, and final end user data we will keep in the gold layer. Finally, we will put data into the gold layer, final layer. Means this is my end user layer. End user layer. If this is my end user layer here, this layer will be connected to with your prod environment. This layer will be connected with your production environment. What is a production environment? End user environment. Who is our prod? Our production environment is nothing but a client who is doing research and development. The client who created AI model. Imagine somebody created AI model, somebody created ML model. So, right, according to their model, our data is okay. Means they need data according to our model. You can ask him $1 billion. You can ask him a lot of money. Lot of money. Billion is less. You can ask him a lot of money because his, of course, his model will work perfectly, right? So because of that, this is what I wanted to say. Let's create an environment here. Rajiv Garg, how much will be the fees? Of course, do we have evening session? Please reach out to admin, Mr. Rajiv. She will guide you. Indu madam is our admin. She will guide you. I have a two batch actually, two batch parallel running one. One is for Azure data engineering. Azure data engineering will stay 9 a.m. Azure data engineering will stay 9 a.m. And the next one is 6 p.m. batch, and 6 p.m. batch is for Azure DevOps. 6 p.m. batch is for Azure DevOps. But please remember in Azure, if I'm talking about DevOps, right? In DevOps, Docker is also required. In data engineering, sorry, in data engineering, DevOps is also required, Kubernetes is also required, Terraform is also required because it will automate your entire structure. It will automate your entire structure. If you are learning data engineering here, DevOps is a backbone. We need a DevOps. So in data engineering, I'm teaching those who are learning data engineering directly. Of course, DevOps is separate environment. But in DevOps, I will go very depth. But in data engineering, DevOps will not be in that depth. So this is what. Now let's create the environment here. So what I'm doing here, I will create one test environment. I will create one test environment here. And by creating this test environment, I will create. So that test environment itself, I will put into the production environment actually. I will put in a prod environment. Small and scenario I'm showing here. If you want to know in and out of this, of course, you have to do the 60 days sessions. So what I'm doing here, first of all, please remember here, you must have a subscription. You must have a subscription, whether from AWS, Azure or GCP. Those who are familiar, Azure is a game changer here because Azure works, because Azure ecosystem for data engineering is very, very, very strong. Azure ecosystem for data engineering is very, very strong. So what I'm saying here I have basically I have an account here. I have a subscription here. If I go to the subscription, your subscription has to be active subscription here like the way I have. So this is my first requirement here. You must have Azure subscription, which will allow you to use the cloud services. So now you can argue with me, sir, why you are talking about cloud here? Why we are using cloud? Because please remember, we are handling large data. If you are handling large data here, I need a server, I need a storage space, I need a networking resources, I need a security. Many things I need from the cloud. So many things I need. So that is possible from the cloud. If I try to create by my own, that will be very hectic. That will be very difficult for me to handle actually. That will be Azure. Yeah, Pradeep, Azure Fabrics will be a part of data engineering or DevOps. Fabrics is actually now here, Pradeep. Please remember, Fabrics is a SaaS, software as a service. Um, Now I told you, Pradeep, right? What I told you. My job is to convert data from raw to user friendly. I have raw data. That raw data, I have to convert this to the user. End user means I have to transform, I have to do a data ingestion, each and everything I have to do. But here, please remember here, for that, here we are creating an environment. In data engineering, we are creating environment. What we are creating? We are creating a storage place. We are doing a transformation. We are doing ingestion. We are doing everything. And we are taking the resources as well. We are taking vCPU, virtual CPUs, RAM, processing memory, disk space. We are taking so many things. But in software as a services, here you got the ready-made software. What you will do? You will just go there, you will use. Means you are not creating something from the scratch. If you're not creating something from the scratch, there will be one saturation level. What there will be? There will be one saturation level, right? So this is what I am saying here. Fabrics is a part of data engineering, but that is a SaaS, software as a service. Here you are not doing anything, Pradeep. You are just using that. You are not creating something from this. You are not creating something from scratch. Advantage is if you are a beginner, you can start from here. If you're a beginner, you can start from here. If you're an advanced learner, Fabrics is not a way to go. Fabrics is not a way to go. If you are an advanced learner, please. This is what my take is. I'm giving my overview, so don't judge on the basis of this, right? So this is was Maheshwar, Mr. Maheshwar Reddy. Sir, this course is for data engineering and data ops. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Mr. Reddy. Perfect. This is what we got. First one, what we need to do. We need to get into the subscription. Second one, I need Azure DevOps. Please remember here our product is Azure. Our product is Azure. What is Azure? Azure is just a name. Name is nothing but product of Microsoft. This is a product of Microsoft, right? What do people says? I heard people says Azure. Azure means directly you will relate this with the cloud. If I says Azure, directly you will relate this with the cloud. Please remember, Azure is one product. Under this product, we have a 70 plus sub-product. Cloud is one of this. DevOps is one of this. Means under which Azure. So what I am saying here, top level hierarchy is nothing but organization. Top level hierarchy is nothing but we have organization. So now you can relate me. What is organization here? Azure. Azure is an organization who will manage the services for what? For cloud and for a DevOps. Means these services are controlled on which level? Organization level. So can I use the same organization to create the cloud and DevOps services? Yes, absolutely you can. Or you can create separate also. You can use same, but here we have same. So what I'm doing, you need to click on Azure DevOps organization. If you click on Azure DevOps organization here, it will show me this organizations here. Azure DevOps. View my organization. View my organization here. So this is what we got here. So now here we can build our environment on Active Directory or on a Microsoft account. I will put on default directory. Please remember default directory is nothing but S. S is nothing but security. S is nothing but a security. Basically, Active Directory will provide you identity and access management. Only authorized user can access the resources in your DevOps or cloud environment. And DevOps or a cloud environment. This is what I am saying. I'll go to here. So means whatever I showed in this diagram here. Now, if you see this architect here, in data engineering, whenever you are using cloud services, in data engineering, whenever you are using cloud services, you have to go through governance, security, not monitoring, governance, security. That security and governance will provide you Microsoft Enter ID. Who will provide? Microsoft Enter ID will provide you a centralized governance and security. If you don't have a Microsoft Enter ID, there is no centralized governance here. Please remember. So whenever you are touching anything related to Azure, so you have to go through Microsoft Enter ID. He will check you whether you are a valid user, Pradeep, or not. He will check you, Shri, whether you are a valid user or not. Mr. Hazare, he will check you whether you are a valid user or not. That way. So then what I'm doing, this is what we got. Top level hierarchy is nothing but we have Azure DevOps. Within Azure DevOps, we have organization. Within organization, we have a project. And if I go to the work, if I now here, I can create the project. I'm just creating on a project here called a workshop. If I create a project called workshop here, I will click on create. I created a project called workshop here. I created a workshop here. This is what Azure DevOps is. Azure DevOps is nothing but overall process of Azure boards. I think many of you know ticketing tool, right? Like Jira, like ServiceNow, like Salesforce, they have their own ticketing tool. So there are hundreds of ticketing tool. Next one is repo. Repo is nothing but source code management. Next one is nothing but pipeline. It will automate your SDLC. Next one is nothing but test plan. As a tester, you are keeping the structure here. Artifact is nothing but a package. Means Azure DevOps is nothing but its overall process of each and everything. So, but in Azure DevOps environment, what we are using here today we are using two. But in during program, we will use all. So we will use Azure repos and pipeline in Azure DevOps, right? But in training program, we will use each and everything. In training program, we will use each and everything. So our basically what I'm saying, our environment is ready. Our DevOps environment is ready. Cloud environment is ready. So right. So then after doing this, right? After doing this, Giridhar is saying, sir, you mean to say Azure DevOps in data engineering is like a Jira software which we can do a daily task? Absolutely perfect, Giri. Absolutely perfect, Giridhar. Absolutely perfect, right? Maheshwar, yes, Maheshwar is okay. Yes, I answer your questions. Yeah. Mm, okay, Rajiv, our fees is not much. We are not charging more money here. Those who knows about NIT, Naresh IT, you will get quality content here. Apart from this, of course, trainer are very, very good. Actually, fees are not very high. We are not charging a lot of money, right? You people are student. So this is what we are saying. So this is what we are saying here, right? So now this is what we're doing. This is okay. I have DevOps environment ready. I have a cloud environment ready here. Then what I will do here, I will use one of the tool called ADF. I think time, I want to show you Databricks also. But what I have Azure Data Factory here. You can search here ADF. If you search here, it will not show up. If you go to the all services section, if you go to the all services section, so go get into the all services. If I go to the all services here, if I go under analytics, right? Calculation of data basically, if I say is in other ways, calculation, right? We are doing some calculation of data, right? So that is nothing but analytics. Then what I'm doing, I'll go to the data factory. I will go to the data factory here. These are the analytics tool here actually for big data processing. Don't relate that with the data analytics. Data analytics is for small data. I will go to the data factory environment here. I will create one data factory environment here. I will create one data factory environment here. What I'll do? I'll do a ADF GRP. Those who don't have idea of Azure DevOps, Azure Cloud basically, please remember we need a subscription. Within subscription, we have a resource group. Resource group is a container which will allow you to store the service like a folder, right? I have a folder. Within the folder, I'm keeping image, I'm keeping many things. Similar way here I need one centralized place to keep the services. So to keep the services, I have storage, I have resource group. Then what I'm saying, this is my ADF. I'll say this is my ADF workspace session GRP. This name is also good. You need to host this in one of the region. I'm going to the Central India region. Central India will not be good. I think I'll go to the Japanese. Let's go with the Japanese, right? From 2008, those who doesn't know, from 2008 to around 2010, I was in Japan. I started my life from Japan actually. Right? That time, whatever today's Japan is, it used to be very, very different. I started my life from Japan. So networking here, right? I'm keeping a public endpoint. Next one is advanced. Tag here, review and create. Review and create. So this is what I did here. I'm just creating one factory environment here, data factory environment here, right? Yeah. Thank you, Shri. Yes. That time in 2008, there was a recession. I think you people knows, right? 2008. I passed out in 2008 and of course, there was a big mess. Wall Street. Biggest recession of the century. 2008. Right? It was very hard time. Oh, okay, Shiri. You're 2008 MCA passed out. Noted. Yeah. It was very difficult to get a job. I did engineering from Bangalore. So this is what I got. So we created this environment here. I'll go to the resource group. I was lucky I got the job. I got the opportunity. Please remember, it's not all the time. It's not all about luck as well. It's not all about talent sometime, right? Sometime it's all about luck also. Luck will matter. You people are also talented, right? If you get opportunity tomorrow, right, you will play in a front foot, right? So of course, if you get the opportunity, but please remember here, God will send you somewhere. God will not give you opportunity, but you have to take the decision to whether to take that opportunity or whether to leave. And you should be in a position to take as well, and you should be in a position to leave also. So don't think I'm not going to get more opportunity. No. So it's not like that. So you should know that. For that you need to build your skill, please. For that you need to build your skill. This is what I'm saying here. What I did, I created Azure Data Factory. Now you can argue with me, sir, what is ADF? Azure Data Factory will, please remember here, if I'm talking about Azure Data Factory here, Azure Data Factory will help me to collect the data from source, that is called ingestion. That is called ingestion. And it will help me to transform the data as well if required, but I will not recommend you to transform data from here, because here we are going to play with the template, and template is going to be very hectic and it's going to take more time. It will help me to do a data ingestion. It will help me to do a data transformation, and it will help me to do put data for the end user as well. So basically, this is one-stop solution for each and everything. This is one-stop solution for each and everything. But why I like ADF here, this is very good ingestion source. And second thing is nothing but it will provide end-to-end orchestration. Orchestration is nothing but overall process of taking your data from overall process of taking your data to orchestration. So overall process of taking your data, overall process of taking your data to putting your data end user data. So that entire streamline workflow it will provide. That entire streamline workflow it will provide. Who will provide? Azure Data Factory will provide. Azure Data Factory is one-stop solution for data ingestion, data transformation. Of course, we can add data loading, but it will not provide data loading. Basically, it will provide a connection. Whatever connection you need here, you need a connection with the Databricks, you need a connection with Synapse Analytics, you need a connection with, of course, Azure, you need a connection with the other Azure services, or you need a connection with AWS service. You need a connection with GCP service, Alibaba, DigiOcean, means it will provide you a connectivity, a plugin to connect with multiple sources. So here I will show you just one of the example. Let me show you. So then what I'm doing here, Shrikant, Pawan sir, are you still working on a real-time Azure DevOps project? Yes, Shri. Yes, I'm working, please. I'm working, Shri. Shrikant, I'm working actually. Yes, of course. See, please remember here, you people need to understand one thing, right? If I'm not working actually, it will be very difficult for me to justify actually whatever I'm delivering to you. So whatever I'm delivering to you, it has to be as per 2026. Please remember this. If I'm delivering something which is as per 2020, you people will feel actually this person is good. But actually, do you think I will be satisfied? Understood? Because I will not be able to relate this 2026, right? I'm good here. I'm not saying I'm not good here. I'm good here. In 2020, I'm good. But actually, am I eligible to teach you people? Answer yourself, please. Answer. Am I eligible if I have a tech stack of 2020? Yes or no? Right? This is what you have to. Understood? Of course, big no, right? Big no here, right? Big no. No political conversation here. Big no. That's it. If I won't be able to relate as per my this, I'm big no. I can't, because I will not know what is evolving around. So this is what I am saying. I think we got this. So now let's play. So let's put one scenario here. What is my scenario here? Those who are in my batch, they knows. Those who are from my tech stack, they knows this environment actually. They knows this environment, not about this other story. They knows about this. What I'm saying here, let's talk. Let's take example of we are doing. I have a source. I have a data source. Your website or whatever it is, you have a data source. What that data source is doing, source is generating continuously a data. If that data source continuously generating a data here, your sole responsibility is to provide, your sole responsibility is to collect the data. Your sole responsibility is to collect the data, and wherever transformation required, you need to take the data. And after providing data transformation, you need to collect the data, you need to transform the data, and you need to do a data loading as well. You need to do a data loading as well. And finally, you need to hand over this data to the end user. Means to put a data to the end user here, you need to use one of the storage space. This is what I'm saying. And in the middle, we are going to handle bronze, silver, and gold. What we are going to do, you have to handle that bronze, silver, and gold. Right? For some people, this might be something else, but stick with me, please. You are gaining something, right? You are gaining something, and which is running in 2026 actually, right? So as soon as these words will go in your mind, so your mind will start thinking what this Mr. Pawan was saying, what he was talking. So then you will start learning about that tech. What I'm saying here, I have a source. From the source, I need to collect the data, I need to transform the data, I need to load the data, and I need to put the data into the end user. But please remember, this is going to be every day. And this data is going to come every day. So what I need orchestration here. I need orchestration here. Means my job is to collect the data every day. After collecting that data every day, I have to pass the data to the end user. But if I'm passing that data to the end user, means I'm passing that to the production environment. I'm passing that to the prod environment. Let me create the scenario here. Then what I'm doing here, this is what I created one ADF, Azure Data Factory 1. This is my okay. So please remember this I will use as a, if I says ADF workspace session GRP, this I will use as a testing background. I will use this as a test environment, or you can call it a staging environment as well. You can call it a staging environment as well. So what I'm doing, I'm creating another environment, ADF environment called production environment. I'm creating another environment called a prod environment. What I will do here, I will go to, what I'll say here, I'll say this is my prod GRP, production GRP. I'll say this is my prod workspace, production workspace for um, data. I'll say, of course, production workspace. This is my. So I am hosting this in East US. Will be okay, right? Let's go to US now, right? Shri, we are coming near to you. So East US. So I'll go to the next here. I'll go to the networking. I'll go to the advanced, right? Strong coffee without milk, please. Okay. So this is what. So this is what we'll do this. Yes. So this is what we'll do. We'll click on create. So this is what, after doing this, so this is what we got. So this is my production environment. Means whatever I am doing on a staging environment, whatever I will do on a staging environment, by using DevOps, I will deploy that on a production environment. There are thousands of insider here, but I will try to make it short. So this is what we got, right? What we have, this is my, what I have, this is my production environment. Nothing here. Here we don't have anything as of now, right? We will not touch this. Please remember, here we will not create anything. This is my production environment. Production environment we will not touch. We will create what we will create. Everything we will create in our test server, test environment, and by DevOps, we will add all that environment into the production environment. By DevOps, we will put each and everything into the production environment. Let's see that. So I will go to now. I'm not touching the production. I'm not touching this production environment here. This is my prod environment. I will go to another data factory environment. That is nothing but a, of course, this is my test environment here. This is nothing but a test environment. I will go to Launch Studio. I will go to the Launch Studio here, right? So whatever batch we are starting here you will have a 10 plus project, data engineering project, and two capstone project, end-to-end capstone project. That project, at least bare minimum, I need 3 to 4 hours to complete for one. Overall, around 10 hours only a capstone project. So means here you will understand without working how this data engineering game is in 2026. With the same knowledge, you will go in the organization. You will see what you'll say. You'll say, sir, I was working this. What you will say? Task you will show them. The task which I have done on a mini project. And then you can say here on a project level, I worked here. Where those two capstone project you have to show them without thinking twice. That person will say, welcome. That's it. Make it easy. Don't make it complicated. Right? So this is what I am saying. So now, then what I will do here? Go to the author section. Here, what I'm doing here, please remember here, I'm creating a pipeline here. Pipeline will provide orchestration here. Please remember, this is not DevOps pipeline, those who are from DevOps background. Pipeline will only provide you orchestration. Pipeline will provide you orchestration here. But for first, what I need here, I need a what I said here. First, we have a source, the source from where I'm going to collect the data. And what ADF will do, ADF will provide me data ingestion. ADF will provide me a data ingestion. But first, I need to create the source. Source is nothing but I am adding source as ADLS. What do you mean by ADLS? Azure Data Lake Storage. Azure Data Lake Storage. What do you mean by lake? Lake will store you any type of water, right? Hussain Sagar. Those who are from Hyderabad. Hussain Sagar, right? Or your Habal Lake, right? Those who are in Bangalore, right? Habal Lake. What that Habal Lake will do? Any type of water that will store, right? And Chennai, Hussain, I'll call this your sea, right? Bay of Bengal. So what I'm saying, they are storing. Lake is nothing but it will store any type of water. Similar way here, lake will store any type of data. Means if my data source is generating whether structured, semi-structured or unstructured or type of data, immediately I will go to the ADLS. Or in AWS, can someone name who will provide data lake? That much knowledge you people need, those who are from AWS background. In AWS background, who will provide you data lake? Any idea? Any idea? On AWS background, who will provide you a data lake? Right? Glacier, Sanket is saying S3, Maheshwari is saying S3, right? You are almost there, but not there. You're almost there, you're not there. Deep, okay? Pradeep, good one, good one. I'm talking. Okay, see, let's see. S3, okay? Not talking about AWS here. Otherwise, you will be very confused actually. That is what I don't want to. I'm not saying I don't have a knowledge. I'm saying you will be confused. This is what we got. So this is what we got here. So then what I'm doing here, I will go back to my workspace. Here I will create one storage account. I will use this centralized place to store the data. So here what I will do, I will click on create. What is storage account? Storage account is nothing but one service which will allow us to manage the data. Of course, within the storage account, we have Azure Data Lake Storage. Data Lake Storage will allow us to store any kind of data, whether that is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured one. What I'm doing here, I'll say this is my ADLS GRP Azure Data Lake Storage resource group. In any cloud provider, whenever I'm talking about GCP, AWS, DigiOcean, or Oracle Cloud, or any cloud, or Alibaba, whatever cloud provider I'm talking, they don't have a resource group. Resource group will allow you to manage the services. What I meant by that. Now let's imagine. Whenever you are creating resources in Azure, right? Now see, I have so many resource group. By seeing the resource group, this is my ADF GRP. What this is my virtual machine GRP. What this is my production GRP. This is my NIT session for virtual machine, virtual network, not for virtual machine. What I'm saying here resource group is like a container. It will manage all your resources in a centralized environment. Basically, in other cloud provider, you will not have. What is my meaning of saying? My meaning of saying is nothing but whenever you are creating any services, that services will not be a single service. Please remember that service will be a combination of multiple services. Something like this. See here, I created a virtual machine, right? If I created a virtual machine here, that virtual machine creation is not possible with the help of public IP, NSG, virtual network, network interface, disk, or SSH. So, what resources got created along with this? Nobody knows in AWS and GCP if you are a beginner. Even for advanced learner, even to advanced learner, it will be very difficult to calculate what resources got created in the background. So this is not possible. This is very good here in this case of Azure. See here we have a resource group. Whatever you are creating here, you are managing here. What about deletion? Right? Just go here, delete the resource group. Each and everything will be deleted. Very easy. Right? That's why we are talking about Microsoft, right? Microsoft is a brand. This is what we are saying. Then next thing here, this is what we got here. Then next thing here, what I'm doing here, I'll go to the, of course, this, I will go to this storage. I'll go to this, let me create this. I'll click on create, right? So I'll do ADLS here, GRP. If you have any question, drop me your question, please. I will not ignore you people. ADLS for workshop. I am writing this is ADF for workshop here. I'm putting some number. This storage account name has to be unique global name. So I'm hosting in a region called, uh, let's go to the Japan. Let's go to the Korea actually. They might be sad, right? They will be sad always. On this K drama, they looks happy, but usually they're very sad. So this is what we got, right? ZRS redundancy I'm taking. Next, basically this is my storage space. For a beginner, this is my storage space where I can add any type of data. Where I can add any type of data. It means a folder, Mr. Giridhar. Absolutely, it means a folder basically, right? Like a folder basically, right? Separate environment, but folder will allow you to store the videos, images, or files. But here it will allow you to store the say. Here it will allow you to store the. Here it will allow you to store the services, cloud services. Total, how many services we have? I think those who are from my batch, they knows 366 services we have as of now today in Azure. Create, create. So what is my objective here? I need one source. From the source, I need to take the data by using ADF, and I'm going to put the data to the end user. ADF will provide me data ingestion, data transformation, many things. And of course, I can attach Databricks also. I can attach Synapse Analytics also. I can attach multiple DBT also, multiple environment I can attach here. Basically, my target is to put data to the end user. But please remember here, with this test environment, I will not put the data to the end user. And I will use DevOps. By using DevOps only, I will put the data to the end user. That will be my production setup. Because my production setup will be different, my test environment will be different, or staging environment will be different. This is what we got. Then what I will do here, I will go to the container. I will go to the container here. I will upload some of the, I'll add container here. What I'll say here, I'll say this is my raw container. I'll say this is my raw container, which will allow me to store the raw data actually, which will allow me to store the raw data. So this is what I got. I have a raw container here. Basically, I have a raw container here, right? Small scenario I'm showing here. Actually, as I said, if you sit with me 24 to 30 hours, I'll give you in and out within a fraction. This is what we got here. I'll add some of the data sets here. So many I have, right? I will upload. Let me upload more. So you can upload actually whatever you want to upload, right? And please remember, data will be coming continuously here. It's not today's process. Data will be coming continuously here. It's not whatever data you got, you added that data to the end user. It's not, end is not there basically. End is not here. Data is going to come continuously here. Data is going to come continuously here. We got the data. So now this data we are going to take, and this data we are going to take. And please remember, source, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add the source, but here we have one, I think, let me take the same CSV. I'm taking same format file, it will be easy. Otherwise, I have to do more transformation here. Actually, I have a time, of course, time constraint here, right? So this is what we got here. So now what I'm doing here, this is what we got. But um, then sync source I'm going to use is Azure SQL, right? Sync source I'm going to use is Azure SQL. So what is my scenario here? I'm putting scenario here. One of the scenario test scenario I'm putting here. I have a CSV file, and from this file I'm going to create the table. Number of files means number of table. 10 file, 10 table. 20 file, 20 table. 100 file, 100 table. 1 million file, 1 million table. So means person got the data in a CSV format. So end user will get the table. He will see if these table are perfectly built in. Okay. Otherwise that data will go to the Databricks. The data will go to the Databricks for what? For transformation. For a transformation. Let's create one scenario first. So what I'm doing, I'm creating this Azure SQL. Try to follow me. If you're getting some questions, if you're getting some query, if you're getting confused, please let me know. But I cannot clear your 100% of the confusion here, as you can understand, because this is a workshop. So here you will have many questions, right? So you can argue what you can say, Azure SQL database will allow you to manage structure type of data, tables. So what I'll do here, I'll click on this, right? So resource group, I will add one of this, ADF GRP will work, no problem. But let me create this. I'll say this is my Azure SQL GRP, done. Then I'll add this is my database name. I'll say this is my DB for SQL. Yes, this name is there. I need a server. I need a server here. I'll say this is my server for SQL. Hope so this name is there. Otherwise, I have to change. There is an international governance here for data. Whenever you are taking data from different, whenever you are choosing a structure or infrastructure for a data here, that for a structure, whenever you're taking infrastructure, that infrastructure you can't take from certain region, please, because of a international law of data governance. You cannot move data from here to there. You cannot move data from this country to that country. That's why we have to stay in central India. Those who are in US, those who are in Canada, those who are in other country like UK or Australia, they can add in their respective countries. Then we have a security. I'm using security here. Entra ID and SQL. Right. I'll add DB admin. Password has to be uppercase, lowercase. Let me write the password first. Password should have uppercase, lowercase, special case letter, and number. And bare minimum number you need is 12. This is what we got. Networking is okay. Public endpoint I am enabling here. Security. Public endpoint I am enabling here. Security here. Basically, what is my objective here? My objective is to take the data which is in a CSV format, where in ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage, and I'm going to hand over that data to the SQL database, which will allow me to manage the table, which will allow me to store the table. That's what I'm doing here, right? And that I'm going to automate by using test environment. That I'm going to do by using test environment of a data factory. I'm using a test environment to automate the entire structure, right? Giridhar, sir, enable hierarchical namespace for ADLS. Thank you. I forgot actually. For ADLS workspace, created a blob container, not enable this, right? Okay, Ashok, no problem. So this is what we got, right? This is what we got here, right? So what I'll do here, this is what we got. So, right, I need to check the hierarchical namespace is enabled or not. If I go to the storage account here, if I go to the storage account, right, my storage account name is nothing but it's a ADLS workshop one, right? I have to go here. So what I'll do? If I go here, see here, hierarchical namespace is disabled here. If hierarchical namespace is disabled here, please remember it will not allow me to upgrade actually. It will not allow me to upgrade. Review and agree the changes. Okay, agree. Another way, right? Start with the validation, right? Validation will fail. It will not validate like this. So it will not validate. Basically, it will not upgrade me because I am under free tier. So what I can do here to save some time, I can use another. Okay, I will use this. I will use this 4001. I will use this one actually. Okay, here also I disabled. Okay, here also I disabled. Let me create fast track here. I have to enable the hierarchical namespace here. Okay, I have to enable the hierarchical namespace here. This is okay. ADLS. I am putting. This is my new ADLS for a workshop. For a workshop. Courier Central is okay. 5000. This is also okay. Hierarchical namespace I have to enable here. This is also okay. Then review and create. It will not take much time. Now this environment is ready. So our many environment are ready actually. First of all, we need to create the environment. Then we can do others. We can do other things. So this is what we got. Basically, what is our objective? Our objective is to take the files from ADLS and to create 100,000 million billion tables. And those tables should be automated. And wherever we need a transformation, we can apply the transformation by using Databricks. Final data loading will be in a Synapse environment. Synapse environment. So, but we are going to put this structure on a production environment by using Azure DevOps. So this is what we got. So this is also ready. So here basically we need to enable the hierarchical name structure here. Enabled. This is okay. So what I'll do here, I'll put a raw container. Again, I have to add a raw container here. Then I'll click on create. Right, raw container here. I will upload the object. I will upload the data. So please remember this object or this definitely will be connected with the source. This will be connected with the source here, right? This will be connected with the source. And got this. This is Excel format. This is what I got. So our end-to-end environment is ready. But now what I will do here, I will go back here. I will go to the Azure SQL. I will go to the Azure SQL here. I will go to the ADF GRP. I think I have added ADF GRP to create. This is okay. So I will go to the Azure SQL service. I will go to the data service here. Don't worry, I will give you one summary here. What I'm doing here. I will go to the all services here. Under all services, I will go to the databases here. I'll go to the Azure SQL database here. Here what I have Azure SQL database. This is the Azure SQL database here. So now what I will do here, I will connect this to the SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. I will connect this with the SSMS here, SQL Server Management Studio. I will just connect this with SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. This is what we got. Control B, you have to enter the server name. We have to enter the server name here. Then of course, username, I added a username SQL authentication. My username was dbadmin. And my password is nothing but the password which I entered. I have to enter the same password. Then what I will do, I need to enable the firewall as well. I need to enable the firewall here. Of course, I am enabling my public IP access, service access as well. This is what we done. So basically what I will do, I will connect this with the end environment. This is what we got. Final loading. So mine is dbSQL connect. Basically what we got, scenario is nothing but my data is in the ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage. Here we have a CSV file. From the CSV file, I need to create the table. That table has to be stored in Azure SQL. And what is my objective here? Whatever table we have. So means suppose I have 1,000 table. From this 1,000 table, and from this 1,000 table, if I have 1,000 table here, from this 1,000 table, I need, from this 1,000 CSV, I need 1,000 table. From 1 million table, 1 million CSV, I need 1 million table. So this is what I am saying. This has to be automated. Means once you created something, means that has to be automated. That is what the objective is here. So what I will do here, of course, I can add Databricks here. Time constraint, many things here. So this is what I will do here. Please remember here. First, I will use one parameter called, I will use one activity called get metadata. This will help me to get the data from source. This will help me to get the data from a source. What I'll do, I'll go to the setting part here. I will add the data set. My data set is in ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage. I will click on Azure Data Lake Storage, continue. Delimited txt, continue here. What I'll do here, this is my data set. And this data set is for a source. Naming convention is very important. And my source is ADLS. Next one is link service. I need to click on new. So this is my link service here. I'll do a link service. So this is my link service here for the source. This is my link service for the source is ADLS. This is also okay. Then I need to make a connection. Subscription storage account name was which one? A new one, right? New 5001. So I need to test the connection. Basically, ADF need to collect data from a ADLS. If ADF need to collect data from ADLS here, they need a permission from where? From ADLS. So that by default we have, because both are inbuilt service of Microsoft. I'll click on create. This is what I did. So then I'll click on OK. This I'll do here. After clicking on this, what I'll do, I'll click on open. I will click on open here. So, but I will click on open here. This is what I did here. So this is what I want. Basically, get metadata will get me data from a source actually. So this connection is okay. Then what I will do, I'll click on new. I need metadata from there first. My objective is to take the metadata from where? From this location here. Let me add the location. I need all of this file. If I need all of this file here to take all of this file, to take this all of this file, I'll do a preview here. I need to take file from here. So you will see the file here. One of the file is showed. So here, this is what basically I need to take a metadata here. You can validate. You can validate here. You can debug. You can validate here. You can debug. We can validate and we can debug. After doing validate and debug, it will take some time. After doing validate and debug here, it will get the metadata from ADLS, means all the data, all the file it will get. And even in the future here, he got the file. This file he called as a name. This metadata he called as a name. As we got this metadata here, then of course I need to create the loop, because I need to pass this file, one file at a time. As I need to pass this one file at a time here, then what I need to do? I need to use for each. Here we have a for each. Looping will provide, means for each will provide the looping. So I will add the looping here. I will add the looping here. I will pass the data sequential way. Right items. These item I will add from here. Right. The items I will add here. So those who are beginners, actually just feel the environment, how I'm doing. So how you are going to do in the future. I'll click on edit section. I will click on a edit section here. This is what I did. So then I need to copy data from source to the sink. Then I need to copy data from a source to sink. Before copying the data here, I need to pass a variable. Two things we need to understand from here, please. One thing is nothing but variable will take the value from pipeline. Parameter will take the value from a external source. So what I'm doing here, I'm using a variable here. I'm using a variable here basically. So variable here, what variable here? I have to define, because I don't have a variable. So I want variable for all file. I want variable for a all file. I'll confirm this. I'll click on add for each. But these variable are coming in the form of dot name. So I need all the names. Name is nothing but object which metadata is generating. So that variable I am taking as a name. This is also okay. Then next, what I am doing here, I am passing this variable to the copy. Copy data activity will help me to copy data from source to the sink. So what is my source here? My source is ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage. Again, I'll do a delimited CSV here. This is my data set. But this data set is for copy. This data set is for a copy, and my data set is ADLS. Next one is link service. I will add a link service here. This is my link service for a source. This link service is for a copy actually. This link service is for copy. I added this link service here. I added this link service here. I clicked on this. I will click on storage account, of course, whichever storage account you are using. I will click on test the connection. I will click on test the connection. What is my objective? My objective is to take multiple CSV from source and hand over this to the ADLS. I hand over this to the Azure SQL. I'll click on open. I'll go to the parameter here. Right, I'll go to the parameter section here. I have to define the parameter because I need to take the value from ADLS. ADLS is external location here. This is what I did. Then what I'm doing here, I'll browse my raw container. So it will collect all the file from here. Then I will automate this. How will I automate? I need all of the file. So I need to automate this with the help of course, not parameter. I no need here. This parameter will help me to collect the all data set. Parameter will help me to collect the all data set. Then what I'll do, I'll go to the schema, I'll go to the parameter. This is okay. Then for same, I need to define the variable here. I need to define the variable also here, right? It will take some time for you people to digest. Just see here what I am doing. Of course, during sessions, we'll understand properly. I'll go to the sync side here. I'll go to the sync side here. My environment is nothing but sync is nothing but Azure SQL. My sync is nothing but Azure SQL. What I'll say here, this is my sync for a copy and it's Azure data Azure SQL. Then I will go to the link service. Then I will add this as a link service here. For copy, this is for a copy here. This is for a copy here. Then of course I'm going to add this server name. Of course I'm using a server name called it's a SQL Server 5000 I'm using. SQL Server 5000 I'm using. So this is my DB SQL database name. But usually authentication we will do through a key vault. But I'm adding DB admin. Password, of course I'm entering a password here. I'm entering a password here, right? Test the connection. You have to enable the firewall. If your firewall is not enabled, it will not allow you to connect. So in your case, it will not be a connection successful all the time. You will get failed connection. You will get a failed connection. This is what we done. This is the sync. Then for sync also, we need to apply a parameter on a dataset level because I need to automate the table creation. So what I will do here, I will go to the pipeline here. I will go to the pipeline here. I will click on auto create the table. I will click on auto create the table here and I will define the variable here. Of course, I have to define the variable value here. I will define the variable value here. This is what we got. Then I will click on open. I will click on open here. So what I can do here, I can click on open here. If you see here table creation. So if you see here table creation, what is showing here? Auto create the table. So auto create the table here. But if I now here, as you see here, this is my, if I go to open connection here, if I click on edit, in edit section here, you can see this entire structure is built it actually. Entire structure is built it actually. If I click on test connection, so make sure each and everything is connected here, right? So each and everything is okay. So then if I enter the manual value here, so what I'll say here, I need to enter the DBO and table name I want to automate, please. Table name I want to automate because I need to, what I'm saying here, whenever we have a CSV here, from this CSV, I need to automatically generate the table. Auto generation of table I need here. So this is what the structure was. So what I can do here, I can validate, I can debug. I can validate here. I can debug here. It will take some time now. It will take some time now. So this is what, right? This is what we got, right? Now it will take time actually. So number of files means number of copies. So it will help you to copy the data from source to the sync. Multiple CSV will create the multiple tables. Multiple CSV will create the multiple tables actually. Multiple CSV will create the multiple tables. So now slowly this table will start creating here. Now see here, before we know had a table. Now if I refresh here, before we know had any table. So all this file will start creating a table. Positive thing is nothing but first time I automated, there is a manual process as well. See here, now table started creating here. Now see. So now 6, 7, 100, 200, 300. Once you created this means you no need to come back here again. Why? Because this table is created here. So means if I do a select star from those who are If I do a select star from here, now see here, we have this CSV prediction here. We got the table. See, similar way for here. If I do a select star for, if I do a select star from not 8 star, if I do a select star from, right, similar way, what I'll do here, this is my flight data one here. So you can get a multiple table here. See, we got one table, two table, we got one table, two tables, right? So we got the table here, multiple CSV, multiple files here. So, but what we did here, please remember, I took the data from source and I provided a loop, and that loop will create the table, of course, one table at a time. So now in the future here, if somebody will add data there, that also can be automated. Means you no need to come here. If somebody says, please, can you do a table migration? Can you do a table migration? For table migration, this will be the structure. Very short and simple one. Very short and simple one. If I refresh here, all these files will pop up here. There are many insider here. I'm not putting advanced insider. If I put in some advanced insider here, there will be a lot of time actually. Now see here, I got 5 table now. I got a 5 table now. Right. Last one is failed. Why this is failed here? He says error delimited text column, then define hybrid CSV TSV to this, which one, which file? Spotify data one. He said that there is a problem in our Spotify data one. Which one? Spotify data one, right? I can check their data actually. I need to check the data set. What is the problem with that data set? I need to check with the data set actually. This is how we are going to create the pipeline here, right? So I just need to create the data set, get the data set. Let's see. Container. This is okay. I'll go to the raw container here. I'll go to the raw container. This one is giving me attention here, right? We need to check actually whether the data set is proper or not. Sometimes data set will not be proper. In that case, you have to handle the data set actually. In that case, you have to see here. I think the data set is not properly built. So whatever the data set I took actually, that is not giving me preview. What is the meaning of this one? Means sync is not possible from here. So I have to work here. I have to check that data set. Then I have to troubleshoot that data set. Fair enough. I have to troubleshoot that data set. Right? Okay. Speaker sound is echoing. How can I get error logs? Error logs here. You have to see. This is one type of error log. Sai Prasad. Okay, you are getting difficult. What about others? Voice is okay, I think, Sai, right? Voice is okay. Sai, voice is not okay. Okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Prasad. Thank you. Okay. So how I can get error logs? Mr. See here, there are many things, right? Monitoring are here. Pradeep, monitoring are here. So there are many things actually you can get the error logs from. Now, if I go to the environment, right? See here, what I'm saying here, if I go to the pipeline environment here, let me go here. We got now here, see this, what he says, because data set was not proper. Because of that, he was not able to create the table here. He was not. This is one of the error logs. See, this is one of the error report. If I say error report, we got now here. If you want to see the error code, fine here. We have no, not this one, not this one. He's giving me guidance here, not this one. So what I can do here, let me publish this first. Where I am. So I am under this environment here. If I publish each and everything, okay. If I publish each and everything here, so of course then only it will be permanent saved. Otherwise it will not be permanent saved. Please remember here. So what we got? Publishing is whatever we did publish here, that is okay. But what is the takeaway from here? Please remember here. Here we have a data factory. Please remember here. This was a live environment of data factory. What this is a live environment of data factory. So whatever you are doing on live environment of data factory. That is very dangerous. How we can put something on live environment? right? Second thing, as you asked me, Pradeep, here how we are going to see the logs. Please remember here, you have a monitoring section here. Okay, monitoring section, you can see the pipeline run as well. Okay, whatever pipeline we ran, monitoring section. Okay, next one is nothing but I have of course managed resources here. Under managed resources, we have a different services. Let's take example of what I did. Uh, Linked services we are not going to monitor. Linked services we are not going to monitor. Basically, what we have to do, we have to attach that pipeline with our monitoring. As soon as there will be any problem there, bugs and vulnerability, we are going to see the logs from there. Okay, if I try to attach that, actually it will take a lot of time. Okay, basically monitoring by default we have here for ADF environment. Any chances to get an error message on email here, Pradeep? No, no. By default, we don't have any error message report here on email. Email authentication is not possible from here. Yes, but if you want to put a alert notification here, now see here, alert notification. Uh, Here you have to customize the metrics. That will become very lengthy. Now you can customize the metrics here, Pradeep. If you customize the metrics here, means easy. The error logs, reports, error bugs, or vulnerability, error reports, each and everything will pop up. But you have to enable external monitoring for that. Inbuilt monitoring within the ADF will not have. I think you got me. So means if you enable from this environment here, if I use, of course, if I use one of the monitoring here, log analytics, if I use from the name also you can see, right? It will send you analytics of end-to-end error reports, bugs, vulnerability, or anything. So whatever you are getting, this you will get there. Fair enough. This is how the environment will be. But please remember here, there will be another take here. But what will be the another take here? Whenever we are going to, you people will do like this actually. Definitely, you people will do like this. If you'll do like this, what will be the problem with this structure here? Each and everything will go to the production. Directly, each and everything will go to the production here. How we can send each and everything to the production environment? How we can send each and everything to the production environment? Or if I want to clear this error, what I'll do here? I'll do Spotify one. We are getting error, right? I'll delete this data set. Of course, I have to handle that data set. It's not like I'm deleting the data set. I can't do that. On a production environment, I can't do that, right? What I will do? I'll do debug again. What I will do? I will do debug again. So if I do a debug again here, now, of course, second time it ran. Second time it will run. But second factor will come into the picture is overwriting. That also I need to handle, right? No problem, Mahesh. Yes. So this is what we have to handle, right? I think it will be better actually. So next, whatever the remaining part that I will add in the next session. What do people think? Right? What do people think? Means basically what we did, we automated all this structure here, but how production environment will be automated? For that, at least I need bare minimum 45 minutes or 1 hour. Shall I continue or I think we can continue in next one? Okay, so what I'm saying here basically, so if you're getting some error here, you need to handle that on a data set level. This time we will not get. Okay, please continue. Okay, done. Okay, QA please. Okay, done. So this is what we got. Okay, this is what we got here, right? So now, as you are getting applying for the jobs, right? What you can apply, what you can say to them, you can say to them, sir, I was working under this, Mister, I was working under this. So what I did like this. So whatever you have done here, whatever you are doing in the sessions, please mention that. Don't mention unnecessary stories. You are giving many stories actually to them. You are working on a small portion of. Okay. QA, please. Can I speak? Mr. Salman, just give me some time, please. I will unmute you. Okay, I will unmute you. Mr. Salman, I will unmute you. So this is what I'm doing here. Okay, there are many insider here. There are many insider here. Fair enough. So I'll get like this here. Let me handle this. So now see here, everything is successful, right? So see, wherever the error is, you have to find out that actually your responsibility. And please remember, every day new error will arise. It's not only today or tomorrow, every day new error will arise. This is what we got. But what I see here, please remember here, I have to do this on a, what I have to do, I have to do this on a staging environment, not on a live environment. Because of that reason, I have to involve DevOps here. What I have to do, I have to go to the workshop section. I need to manage the source code here. I need to go to the, what I need to do, I need to add the repository. I'm adding a repository here. What I'll say here, I'll say this is my ADF repo. I'll say this is my ADF repository, right? To ADLS and Azure SQL one. Azure SQL one of the example. Actually, I wanted to add Databricks also because of time constraint. Actually, I won't be. Okay, I want to show you how Databricks will be implemented, how Synapse will be implemented actually. So this is what, whenever you are creating something, some repository here, by default, one branch will be generated, main branch. Main branch will be a default branch where the final code changes will be added. This is what we got. Now then what I need to do, first of all, our responsibility is to connect ADF with the DevOps environment. How that can be done? Go to here, set up the repository. Of course, repository type, what you are using? You are using Azure DevOps Git. Organization by default it will take. If you have a different organization, you can attach with a different organization also. Right? Organization name was ADLS ADF. Project name was, I think, NIT project. So no, NIT, it's a workshop actually. Yes, it's a workshop. Within the workshop, we have a repository name. Here, please try to understand this. Here we will have a three branch. One will be a feature branch where multiple user is going to work. This can be complex. Please try to understand. What I'm trying to say here, feature branch will be the branch where multiple user are going to work. And from the feature branch here, your code changes will go to the main or master branch. That is the default branch. And publish, we will publish the code by using third branch. That is nothing but ADA publish. Means if multiple user are going to work, they will work under feature branch. They will work under feature branch here. What I will do here? If I, of course, if there is any, so here three branches, I will set up the connection. I will set up the connection. Whatever I am showing you here, so at least bare minimum I need 8 to 10 hours for that. I need bare minimum 8 to 10 hours for that, but try to grab whatever you can. So basically I'm showing you how the production setup is, how we are actually publishing, not the way we are doing. So what I'm doing here, basically see here. Now if I see a main branch here, so main branch is showing me here. Basically I'm in a main branch. So then what I will do here, but please remember here, what I will do here, I will go to the, whenever we are going to work, we will work in a feature branch here. Means here multiple user are going to work. So multiple user will work under feature branch. So here I have a branch called a feature branch here. Here I have a branch called a feature branch. Whatever work I have done here, that work will be done by the user who is working on a feature branch, not on a main branch, please. Because, and this is a task of multiple user. So multiple user can work on only in only one branch called a feature branch. If you are making some changes here, so this. So now I am under feature branch. So now what Azure DevOps? Now here, see, we no had any file. Now he will show you connection. So what we got? We got end-to-end thing here. What we got? We have a main branch here. So within the main branch, what we got? If I see the main branch here, usually you will not get like this. Usually this structure we will get later. But here I am able to see now because I connected this later. So this is so what I'll do. I can save this as a template also. If I want to save this entire structure as a template, that is your choice. This is already saved actually. So I have not done anything here. So because of this reason, it is showing like this. Or if you want to add another activity, actually just to automate something, I'll add bait activity. If you want to add some activity in the middle, so you can add activity called a bait activity in the middle actually. So you can add bait activity here in the middle, or it will be better. It will be better. No, 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 this is not. I'm deleting this activity. I'll add this outside. It will be better. If I want to make some changes, you can make some changes just to see. So what I'll do? Now here, what I did, I saved, see. So it will allow me to save. So that save changed, whatever the change I made here, that change will be always. Please remember, whenever you are doing a change, my objective of saying is, whenever you are making a change here, you will make a change under feature branch, not on main branch or other branch. We made the change here. So then immediately if I go here, immediately if I refresh here, he says you have a feature branch here, right? Within the feature branch, you have a new change. So that change you have to pull, right? That change you have to pull here. So just click on create. Just click on create, right? Delete the branch, feature branch. So means whatever work you are doing, you will do on a feature branch. After doing the changes from feature branch here, you will push into the master branch. Let's switch to the master branch or main branch, default branch. See here, this also will have a main. Before we know had this. Whatever change you are going to do, that change has to come from feature branch. Then finally, publish that. Finally, publish the changes. Where? Into the publish environment. So entire structure I need to paste. Where I need to put entire structure? I need to put entire structure on a production environment. We did this. If I go here, if I go here under this, if I go to the pipeline environment, if I go to the repos environment, if you see here, we got ADA publish branch also. So then what I will do here, I'll click on create. Here I need to create the pull request also. From where? From ADL publish to main branch. This is what I did. I'll click on create. Done. But don't delete ADA publish branch, please. Don't delete ADA publish branch. No conflict found here. So I need to click on complete. I'm not deleting ADA publish branch. Feature branch we can remove. Your choice. If that user is working, don't delete your feature branch, please. That user is working, don't delete your feature branch. So this is what we got. Each and everything is done. No merge conflict found. Basically what we did. So this is what we did. Whenever, if you're doing now, please remember here, as soon as you will do, as soon as you will raise the PR, as soon as you will raise the PR from publish to main branch here, by default, what it will do? It will generate the templates actually. It will generate the templates here. I have a main branch here. From the main branch, I can do publish here. As soon as you are doing a publish here, it will generate the templates. It will generate the template. Yes, it will generate the templates here. These templates are nothing but build template. Those who knows about ARM template, right? I'm generating a build template. During DevOps, will generate the templates. This is what I'm saying. This is nothing but a build template. This is nothing but a build template here. So what we got? I'll go to the now I'll go to the repository here. In just now in publish one here, what we got? We got the build template. I'll of course again. This is what we got. Create a template. Add this template here. Right? There should not be a conflict. If there is a conflict here, you have to solve. If there will be a conflict here. So whenever you are merging the code changes here, better be careful. Otherwise, there will be a conflict. If there is a conflict here, right? So you have to, what you have to do? You have to handle this, right? You have to handle this. What is saying here? ADLS pull request already we have. So what do we have here? Completed. What do we have here? No merge conflict here. ADLS. So source branch, I am not deleting. If you want to delete the source branch, you can delete the source branch as well. If you want to keep the source branch, you can keep the source branch as well. This is optional part here. Finally, where we got the code? Finally, we got the code in our ADA publish branch and main branch here. Basically, we needed a template, please. What we need? We needed a template here. This template we need. These are the template requirement, the requirement which I have. Now let's create a pipeline. Create a pipeline. Create a pipeline. I'm using classic editor. Not a classic editor. I need a release actually. I no need editor. I no need editor here. New pipeline. Right. So I'm putting empty job here. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing production deployment. There are many insider actually, which I wanted to add, but due to time constraint, I could not. This is what we got. Add artifact. So please remember my artifact is in Azure repos in project called workshop, repository called ADF repo. Branch is nothing but if I say ADF publish branch, I'm attaching. ADF publish branch, I'm attaching here. This is okay. Publish branch is okay. This is also okay. Job. I have to add agent here. I have to add agent here. Let me configure the agent first. Agent I am configuring anyone you can take. I am taking Ubuntu latest one. Right. So then what I'm doing here, I'll go to this environment here. Then after going to this environment here, of course, I'm doing a ARM template deployment. I'm doing a ARM template deployment. So those who are advanced learner, actually for them, this will be very helpful. This you can mention in your resume also, right? This is what we are doing. So show them the same story, give them the same story. They will give you a job definitely, right? So here, then what I'll do, I need a resource group here. For that, I need a service connection. Without service connection, not possible to. I need to send that entire pipeline to the production environment now. That is only and only possible if I use Azure DevOps. He says not found. This you will get. All the time we will get this. Sometime this will pop up, this will not pop up. So what you have to do? There is no solution. I have to reconnect again. See, right? Yes, I got this. If not means you have to again do this, right? So this is the disadvantage of using graphical user interface. So our environment is nothing but production GRP. Location was East US, I think. So online, where we created production environment, I think East US, right? So let me go to the resource group. In resource group, we created a prod GRP. Where we created, any idea? Where we created? We created in a East US. This is my production environment, right? In production environment, we don't have anything. Please remember, see here, production environment, we don't have anything now. So staging environment, we will do everything here. Then we will put in the production environment, right? See here, I don't have any pipeline here, nothing, zero. What I'm doing? I'm automating that way. DevOps. What I'll do here? I'll add the template, right? I'll add the template session, this first one. And he's asking me a template parameter, second one. Let's add second one as well. See, second one too. But this we have to be very careful here because here it will show you so many parameter, right? So, but it's showing you workspace one. It's showing you this workspace one. So he's showing you multiple parameter here actually. That is not good for us because we need to handle only single parameter. So workspace environment is nothing but so this will be the workspace environment. This will be the workspace environment. Please remember there are a lot of troubleshooting here which I have to do. There are a lot of troubleshooting here which I have to do actually that I won't be because of time constraint. because basically I wanted to show you Databricks also, Synapse also. Then I wanted to show you people actually how the troubleshooting can be. So this scenario I added because of troubleshooting environment actually. I just wanted you people to feel that. That I will add in a coming sessions. Of course, definitely I'll give more other workshops as well. So there I will guide you actually. So then next falls under troubleshooting. Now after this, troubleshooting will come into the picture. Right. So I just want you people to understand the troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is only and only possible if I spend another 2 to 3 hours. I think you people got idea of structure, right? How the thing is handled. How the thing is handled. First, what we have? We have a normal server. Now here production environment. Now see, right? Basically, please remember those who are applying for the job, right? This will be on YouTube, I think, on a Naresh IT YouTube. Please read out this. Please see this only. If you see this only means they will give you a job, right? They'll give you a job if you see only this one, but you need to do some extra research. Of course, this is not enough. See, this is the production environment. Like this, you will get in a production environment, right? This is the production environment pipeline. This is a production environment pipeline. So now let's add. Now here, I'll go to the test environment. Please pay attention here. I'll go to the test environment. On the test environment, I will make another change. What I will do, I will make another change. What I'll do here, I'll make another change here. Let me paste. So what I did, I made another change here. See, I made the another change here. Just I added. If you added the change here, what I will do, I added the change here. Then what I will do on DevOps environment. On DevOps environment, I will go to the release. I will edit the release. I will edit the release here. I will automate the release now. Right? What I will do, I'll add the branch called ADA publish branch. I will add the branch called ADA publish branch. Right? What I'm saying, as soon as there will be changes in your test server, as soon as there will be change on a test environment, automatically this will trigger. Automatically this will trigger. This I automated. So now let's see the change here. I'm not doing anything. Right? In production prod environment, we have only one bit. So now see here, I will publish the changes here. Publish the changes here. Salman, so don't worry, I'll reach out to you. Those who have a question, East or Korea, yeah, Sanket East we had. Okay, like this we have to create. This is our end-to-end structure of a production environment setup by using Azure DevOps. Means Azure DevOps we will use to use the source code management and pipeline creation. See here, he's deploying, he's publishing this. It's taking some time. As soon as this, there will be changes here, right? If I go to the release pipeline here, see, automatically this is updated. Automatically this is running. You no need to do anything here now. Your job is done as a data techie. If you're working under DevOps, if you're working under data engineering here, your responsibility is to automate entire structure. Done, see, within 2 hours, we automated our entire structure. Understood? Small glimpse here. There are many hundreds of things here. See here, prod. We have only one bit, right? If I refresh, there will be a two bit. There will be a two bit. See here. What we got? See, there is a two. Means whatever changes is going to happen here, whatever changes will come, it is automated now. So you no need to do anything. You can go to your friend's marriage. You can go here and there wherever you like. Fair enough. So basically now next environment is nothing, but this is what I wanted to show you people actually. Next environment or next structure will come is a this Databricks environment actually. Here I need to add the notebook. In coming sessions, I'll add this as well. Okay. So those who are of course in my session, don't worry, I will teach you there. I will teach you much more advanced than that. Don't worry about this. This is just a trailer. Okay, I will teach you people very advanced. So, but now here, now next notebook, next Synapse notebook will come into the picture, right? Here, see, Synapse will come into the picture. So what I say is basically I did ingestion. From ingestion, wherever the transformation is required, we'll do transformation. By using Databricks, loading will be on Synapse. Then we will put data to the Power BI. Ask me a question if you have any question here. Ask me the question if you have any questions. Sulman, are you there? Others, if you have any question, ask me the question, or otherwise I'll see you people when next time. Right. And thank you for joining this. All right. Yeah. Thank you for great
Hello,
session,
hi.
Mr.
Hello,
Dinesh.
hi.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
sorry.
Salman. Yes, Salman. Yeah, please.
Can you hear me, please?
Everyone can hear you, Mr. Salman. You are famous in Hyderabad today.
Yeah, oh, thank you very much.
Yes,
Bless you
please.
for that.
Yes, please.
My few questions is
Yeah.
the data engineering you talked about just now, I think is you're talking about ETL, right?
Yes.
So totally it's about ETL you have talked about today in the workshop. Is that
As of
correct?
now, yeah, yes, as of now, Mr. Salman.
Okay, so there are what I understood from your lecture is data factory, Azure Data Factory is nothing but where is the ETL process can take place. Is that correct?
100%.
Okay, so the data factory and data lake is where you store the data of output of the ETL process. Is that correct?
Output and input can be, but output I used Azure SQL.
Output use it Azure SQL. It doesn't matter whatever you put. You could put
Whatever
in.
you are saying is correct.
Okay, so Azure Lake can be used for source as well as uh,
Sync.
destination as well. Azure
Then,
Lake.
yes, 100% correct.
So you have used only an Excel sheets pulled into Azure Lake, and from
Mhm.
Azure Lake you say ADSL. What is the full form? Sorry if you don't mind me asking you. What is the full form of ADSL?
ADLS is Azure Data Lake Storage.
AD. Okay, so that's the short form of the Azure
Azure Data
Data
Lake,
Lake.
basically data lake. Whatever you said in the first, this, right? So it's a
Yeah.
data lake. Yeah.
So in this today's the other thing is that my questions at the same time I'm asking you questions.
No
Sorry.
problem.
So
No problem.
few
Keep
more
going. No
things is
problem. No
okay.
problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much for apologies for
No, 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 no
interrupting you
problem.
on
It's okay.
session.
It's okay. It's okay. You're doing well. Go on, please.
Okay, so once we done the ETL process, you says we put it on the test environment or quality environment, testing environment, whatever, or development environment. So once the development environment is done, you can use Azure CI/CD or you can use any other CI/CD and you can push that to, is that a compulsion for us to use Azure CI/CD only to transfer this whole project or template which ETL you process, ETL you have done to the production environment, or you can use Jenkins or any other tools as well.
Mr. Salman, I'm very happy you asked me this question. Now, see here, there are hundreds of CI/CD tool. Basically, you can configure some of them. Jenkins can be, right? GitLab can be. There are multiple tools actually you can be. Basically, I'm saying yes. There
Okay,
is no
so
complex, there is no compulsory things of using Azure DevOps. If you use Azure DevOps, actually, if you use Azure DevOps pipeline here, you no need identity and access management because security will come into the picture, right? As soon as you are adding environment from this environment to outside source, then security will be the thread. So then here I have to add extra, basically DevSecOps. I have to add a security layer here, Mr.
yes,
Salman.
I
Mhm.
completely understood. I know
Basically,
from that
as you
because
said, yes, yes, possible, yeah.
but
Any,
I know that so you need to have IAM roles with which you do it
that is what we have to handle. I think, yeah,
in
you got me.
basically in AWS and Azure is same thing, similar thing like that. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
now once you built it, it creates an ARN, like an ARN. Once you built the whole thing here,
Temp.
the
Okay.
front end, like a ETL process template, that creates an
Noted.
ARN. So that ARN you give it to the CI/CD, Azure CI/CD, and that will push into the production. Is that correct? Is that
Noted.
what you?
Yes.
Okay. So So the whole thing is here, you have shown us today, is a pipeline, which how it works on the Azure, how it works on the ETL process, how you pull the data. You have just use an Excel data, but that source can be anything from legacy databases to anything else.
Noted, Mr. Suman.
And there is a one thing I want to ask you in the CI/CD that you have just done, pipeline you have done. In that pipeline, sorry, in the ETL pipeline where you use the wait and wait, copy one and process, thereby is that in the real time where we add such as an approval from line managers or someone to say, okay, this process should be triggered, this process should not be triggered at this time.
That is compulsory, Mr. Salman.
Okay. So do you have similar like AWS where do you have RDS kind of a thing?
Yeah, you can use. We have to use then story will go to the DBT actually, like AWS Glue, EMR. I have to use Elastic MapReduce. I have to use DBT. Of course, this DAGs I have to handle, lineage I have to handle. That structure will be different, Mr. Salman. But here, if I need to connect that AWS environment from here, I can do. I can do from here too. If I want to
Mm.
add something like, let's put like that way, this way. What I'm saying, if I want to attach AWS services also, so I can do. If I want to attach data modeling also, I can do. If I want to use DBT also, I can use. Means multiple tool connection I can made from here. And of course, then the scenario will change. Means for what we are doing, why we are doing, what type of data we are doing, that things will change, Mr. Sulman.
Okay.
Anything you would like to add?
No, nothing. It's quite interesting.
No, thank you,
Within
Mr.
this short
Salman. There
period of
can be a lot of discussion actually.
no, no, no.
It's,
Within the short period of time, you have delivered so much beautifully everything. Thank you
you
very
are a
much for that.
gentleman, Mr. Salman. Thank you for appreciating. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
Thanks.
about
Thanks.
my work, it's about your appreciation. You are a gentleman, actually. Okay, take care of yourself, please. Enjoy your. Are you in UK or are you in US?
I'm in UK. Yes. How did you know
Uh,
I'm in UK?
I used to be. Got it
Okay.
from
You.
accent.
Oh, I see. You were on a placement here sometime. Okay.
Okay, yeah. From 2008 to 2020, I was abroad, Mr. Salman.
2008 to 2020. Wow, that's quite a long time. It's about
Long
12
time. Then
years.
I thought, so let's retire somewhere else. Okay.
No, no, no. To be honest, I have the same plan. I don't want to stay in UK. I don't like it at all.
Welcome.
I
We can
just
have a
want.
cup of chop. We can have a cup of coffee or chai. Welcome anytime.
No, no, I don't come for chai. I come for biryani, my friend.
Oh, no problem. All the time. We are very
Sorry.
famous here in Hyderabad. Take care of yourself, please. Really nice
Thank you.
talking to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you. Vijay. Vijay is asking automation is the responsibility of DevOps engineer or data engineer. Vijay, it's a responsibility of a data engineer. Mr. Vijay, it's a responsibility of a data engineer. Do data engineer also need to know the DevOps? Yes, Mr. Vijay. If you are working under higher job role, if you are looking for a lot of money, if you are looking for good money, Mr. Vijay, if he knows DevOps, definitely. And I am teaching here actually. I am teaching. Balashri, suppose if we have a SQL table data to convert into a Databricks, bronze, silver, how that can be stored in which format? Bala, I have to attach actually. I have to attach the this environment here. Basically, I have to attach this environment here under this. Okay, that can be done. But for that, I need an extra 2 to 3 hours. Okay, that can be done here. Okay, Mr. Bala. Nagaraju. Yes, whenever you are doing the changes, that changes has to be done only on the feature branch because user is going to work on a feature branch, Mr. Nagaraju, right? Session recording is available on YouTube. Yes, from yes, Mr. Om Bagmare. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Mr. Biswal, does career gap matters in IT company? No, I say no, doesn't. Knowledge matters, and how you are delivering the content. Basically, please remember, you need a professional advice here because there is a minor gap here, making a mistake or not making a mistake. You need a professional advice here, right? Okay, so you need a professional advice because it's not that simple. And it's simple, it's not that simple. Okay. Okay, so yeah.
Any questions? Thank you for providing on YouTube. Okay, Sai Prasad. Thank you. So you need to thank NIT actually, Naresh IT. It's not me. It's they are doing, Mr. Sai. They are doing. Okay. They are doing. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your day, please. Enjoy your Sunday. And sorry
Thank
for
you.
eating your mind on Sunday. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
thank you very much for having
Thank you,
this.
Mr.
Really,
Salman.
really helpful.
Thank you,
Really
Mr.
is helpful.
Salman.
Thank
Take
you.
care of yourself, please.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Title name on YouTube, sir. Please title name on YouTube. Okay, Mr. Sai. Okay, okay. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your day, please. Enjoy your remaining day. Enjoy your Sunday, please. Take care, everyone, please. Thank you for joining the session. I'm dropping now. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Om. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.